everybody, my name is Sally-Ann Spence and welcome to the Hills Quarry Products dig site in Cerney Wick, where we are finding material from both the Ice Age and the Jurassic. This is an amazing excavation. We have over 20 universities represented here and lots of other people coming in to participate as well, alongside lots of different experts and specialists and technology that we're using to help us record these finds and the context in which they're in. Now, with me right now is Kate Young. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
Kate, you are a local girl, aren't you?
I am. I live in the village. Yes,
You live
just round the corner.
just round the corner, so you get to have a shower and you go home to a nice
I
bed.
do go home. Yes.
Well, a lot of people are living, our students especially, are living full time. We are a 3-week dig. We're 1.5 weeks in, so we're halfway in a tented village, is where I'm as well. And you're going home every night. Not that I'm feeling jealous about that at all. So what's it like? Because, you know, this is literally on your doorstep. You came last year and took part in the dig. You're unfortunately not able to be with us very long this year, but are you tempted to get a shovel out or a spade and start digging in your garden?
I don't know if I'd find anything in my garden, but it's amazing to know that all of this is under our feet. It really is. And being local and seeing how many lakes are here and what could be under them is fascinating.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you presumably are getting that picture. What does it feel like to sit in your garden and think, my goodness me, I know there were straight tusk elephants here. I know there were rhino here. I know there was, woolly mammoths and steppe bison and deer and all these things happening right here. I also know there were ammonites and ichthyosaurs and pliosaurs and all this sort of thing. What does that feel like?
It's pretty incredible, and I think I work a lot with children and I love to talk to them about it and tell them, and I know that a lot of children who live locally find fossils and things when they're on their walks locally, because there are things around here that you can find just on the path in front of you.
Yeah, so you can bring it to life, can't
Yeah.
you? And it's an amazing experience. What did you find last year? Anything in particular?
I found a lot of ammonites and belamites and sort of bits and pieces of little things, but nothing very exciting to other people. They were exciting to me, but nothing to very exciting to other people.
Right, well this year, you've only been here, I'm trying to think, you've only been here for a couple of days, haven't you?
Just one day, yeah.
Just one day, which was yesterday?
Yeah.
You found this yesterday on your one day?
I did.
My goodness me. We've got various different students that have to do various different jobs around the site, especially camping. We all have to muck in, and one of the jobs they have to do is help me with the camera, because as I said, we're filming live, very raw from the field itself. And today we've got Becca, so hello Becca, thank you very much for doing this. Becca, can you bring the camera in while we have a look at what Kate has found? Kate, can you just pick this up and show it? This is not bone or antler or a fossil. What have we got here?
So this is potentially a flint tool. You might be able to see that the edges are slightly knocked about, but they have been knocked in a way that makes them useful.
It's fantastic, isn't it? So this potentially is a flake of flint that's been napped off a bigger piece. We're hoping that this here is what we call a bulbar percussion. So we're hoping that shows us that it's been purposely done, purposely napped off, and these could be retouching on the side. Could be, this has all got to be looked at by somebody who's a lithic specialist. But this is really exciting, because what Kate might have found here is a worked tool. Now, last year, Kate, you were here last year. We had 4 hand axes, and they were all from the Neanderthal, so an early hominid. And this is probably potentially from that period too.
Which is amazing, and I was here last year when those were found, and I was fascinated by them then. And it was interesting because when I was digging in the pit that I was digging in, there was lots of flint and lots of different shaped flint, and then this appeared and it looked different.
Ooh.
And that made it exciting because it looked different to all the other bits I was finding. And then you could see the edges and it looked like it could be maybe used for scraping or something like that. And so I did ask an expert, and they said potentially it could be very exciting. So then we had to take photographs of it in situ and everything, and then it's been bagged up and labelled and brought up to the conservation area.
So we
So-
have got someone coming to have a look at it, and some other lithics that we found, which are what we call potentially debitage. So if you're not aware of the side of this, is basically where you take a large lump of something like flint. It doesn't always have to be flint, something that's nappable, and as you make those those strikes. What you don't use as a tool, so you might use some of the flakes as a tool, you might use the object you're making, might be a hand axe or something. Those bits that are left over are called debitage, so all the extra bits, and they tell us a lot as well. So yeah, no, that is amazing, and good for you for having the eye to spot that as being a little bit different.
Well, I mean, it did look different, and I think what's amazing is in the pit that it was found in, amongst all the other things that have been found here, how fascinating that they were all together.
Yes.
You know? And that's the story, isn't it?
Yes.
Behind everything here. That.
Well, we're quite exciting because some of the bones are so well preserved and so beautifully preserved that we are seeing predator marks, so gnawing, teeth marks, that sort of thing, which are telling us perhaps hyena, wolf, maybe, you know, all these different top predators. We're also looking for telltale signs of butchery, so cut marks and breaking bones, looking for marrow. So we're getting this very sort of human story alongside it too. That's something you can take back to your children, your schools, and everything you're doing.
And I think that the most fascinating thing was when I got to hold it, that I was the first person to hold that in 215,000 years.
That's,
I mean, that's mind-blowing.
Oh, it sends shivers down your spine. That's fantastic.
Absolutely amazing, yeah.
Yeah, so not a bad find for one day. You're with us until tonight anyway.
I am, yeah.
So you've got a full day out there to find something else. You know, you might be the person who finds the hand axe.
Maybe.
We really are hoping for a hand axe. Like last year we found these 4 beautiful, and they just got better and better. The first hand axe was just a bit of a hand axe. Second one was slightly better but very worn. Third one I think was very worn. The final one was just perfect. So, you know, perhaps you can just skip to the final one, okay, in your one day that is left. But Kate, you know, coming on this dig, what's it for you as an experience?
So I have learned lots. There are people here that have made me feel incredibly welcome. They all teach you something, and there are people here who are so qualified and so knowledgeable, and they're sharing their wisdom with me, and that's been so beneficial to me. It's fascinating to see what's in the local area. It's fascinating to see what is literally just below my feet in the area where I live, and I just feel really privileged to be able to have done it, really.
Well, it's very nice it's here because it is part of your landscape. You live here now, and this is very much part of the past of your landscape. Now, last year, you wrote a poem.
I did.
Very gifted lady. I'm wondering, could I put you on the spot and ask you to read us that poem?
I will read it.
Can you read it for us? Can we get that for you? Thank you.
So last year I enjoyed it so much that I did write something about it. It's called The Dig. On a warm summer morning with dew-covered grass, wearing clean new boots with steel toe caps, I entered a tent in a high-vis vest and joined a group with an exciting shared quest. Having no idea of what was to come, I listened to all of the qualified ones. After learning the ropes, I entered the pit. I was glad I was wearing appropriate kit. With thick sticky mud and puddles galore, I crouched and kneeled and my knees got sore. As the mud was shifted, excitement was raised, and the discovery of Cryphea made people feel crazed. Using trowels and spades to dig into the ground, tiny delicate ancient snail shells were found. As the days went on, the excitement grew as mammoth remains were unearthed by the crew, and FOMO was felt by those left behind, back at their homes, going out of their minds. Thanks to Hills Quarry, Sally, Nev and the team, and students and newbies and those in between, the Ice Age remnants of tusks, teeth and bones of mammoths and bison and hand axe flintstones were discovered and placed with team conservation to be cleaned for further examination. These incredible tusks, some huge in size, were everything that was hoped for, the ultimate prize. And a lithic hand axe, an incredible find, linking species together in an historical bind. Other recruits, whilst they were digging in clays, found Jurassic fossils in the Kelloways. Plesiosaur bones and more were clocked, and marine crop remains, all were shocked. Ichthyosaur bones and a potential leaf, fossilized in time, defied belief. These incredible discoveries beneath the Cotswold Lake kindly drained for paleontology's sake. Now the lake is refilled and the history is hidden, but what else is under our feet in Great Britain?
That's absolutely brilliant. That is fantastic.
I did really feel that last year. It was, and I do again this year. It's an amazing opportunity, and everybody that gets to come on this is very, very lucky to experience it.
Well, do you know what, Kate? Thank you very much. And you know, we've had people that come here for many different reasons, and most of it, to be honest with you, is research and obviously the paleontology, geology, and etc. But we do have the artistic side of it, and science and art, I believe, very strongly go together. And we've got amazing students doing illustrations of what the animals might have looked like and things like that. And you know, that is lovely. A poem is just, that's fantastic. I like that a lot. I hope you enjoyed that. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Well, Kate, you have only got the day.
I have.
And obviously we need the hand axe now, because that would have been potentially made from a flake off the hand axe. So, you know, that's what you've got to find today.
I'm keen to get back to
We look forward to interviewing you later with the hand axe, you know, there. So do keep following these videos. We are uploading all the time. They are, as I said, being filmed live. Unfortunately, we are unable to invite you to the quarry in person because it's part of a working quarry complex, but we do hope that these videos enable you to experience a little bit of what's going on here. So keep following, and the hashtag is Taskforce.